All right, we're live. Live action. Love it. I love being live. We're gonna post this on Twitter as we get rolling. How's everybody doing? Another full day. Giants are 0-5, which I don't enjoy that. I really don't. I really don't enjoy that. Even in the slightest, do I enjoy us being 0-5. Nonetheless, we're gonna go through the film. We're gonna figure out what happened. Little transparency for the people. I'm kind of tired. I am kind of tired. You know, I did the offensive line report up to like 2:30 last night because I wanted to get it done with. And then I get up early anyways, and then so I found time. I was gonna do a 1 hour nap today, and then I got shower. I go to literally take a nap in the Giants sign Austin Mack. So I was like, I gotta make a quick video. So I got a good 20 minutes in before this, but I feel like it just made me tired. All right, better on 2. All right, we'll get rolling here in a second. This is I like doing this because this is there's not a ton of opinion involved on this video each week. You know what I'm saying? So let's get rolling. We got I'm in here. What's going on? Simon Z, thank you. Big Mush, what's going on? Big Dog, more victory killing my team morale. I feel you. Bad teams find a way to lose. Yes, they do. And we are a bad team. We should be 2-3 right now if we had real refs. I agree the refs screwed us in the Dallas game. What other game did the refs keep us from winning? Do you think we'll beat Washington? I actually do. But I also am an optimistic person, so I convince myself every week. All right, let's go into the all-20 freaking 2. You guys want to do that? Let's do the damn thing. Screenception. Got a little screenception. You guys are going to get so tired of that joke by time week 17. Unless we're winning. Then everything's funnier when we're winning, Where when you're losing, everything sucks. All right, first down. We got Rat Motion. Rest in peace to Ratley. He has gone. He has gone on to the next life, a.k.a. being cut. All right, so the Giants ran this a lot. Was this Ratley or was this? Oh, CJ Board actually got the start. He's still on the team. Austin Mack. The Giants ran this a lot, where one guard is a kick out and then Caden Smith as a lead blocker. Let's watch the O-line. Gates goes, this guy, Hernandez and Thomas combo to backside. Caden, pretty good job there. Hernandez doesn't finish it off great on 72. You would have liked a better kick out block from Zeitler. You know what I'm saying? Know where your guy's going to be because he ends up grabbing that ankle. But I feel like he hit it anyway. I don't know if he trusted Caden Smith on that play. You know what I mean? I feel like he should have just slammed into that hole and no need for that extra little dance move. It's a lot easier said than done when I have this in slow motion. All right, so we got second down. But successful run. All right, let's look at these route combinations. The Giants run this play so much. It's 2 slant options, out. It's so Jones gets the ball out and quick, but teams are sitting on this stuff, and you'll see it later in the game. But teams are seeing this, and they're like, just jump this stuff. They don't do double routes, so jump stuff. You know what I mean? And so this is Jones's read is right here, but sometimes the read will be here, and he's covered. And so by time you okay, he's covered, you go backside because everything's breaking at the same time. It's like there's no progression because everyone's breaking at the same time. Watch Thomas on this play. I went through all the bad offensive line plays on the O-line report, so that'll be better viewed on there. But jump set, you got to expect him to come back inside on that. Now, some people pointed out that maybe he was expecting Thomas or Hernandez to come and help. But nonetheless, I always say if you're going to make a mistake, make it at 100 miles per hour. So if you're coming out to block this guy, then block him. Don't think about blocking him and then turn back here. If you're going to make a mistake, make it at 100 miles per hour, because when you do that, now you have two guys on block. Luckily, Jones gets the ball quickly. Gets the ball quickly. I got a little mason jar of coffee. I only drink iced coffee. I used to buy it every morning. Since I started working from home, I've been making my own coffee. It saves me a decent amount of money, can't lie. Got a little play action, screen. I didn't realize you could have a block in the back behind the line of the scrimmage. I thought behind the line of scrimmage you were allowed to block people in the back. You know what I mean? I did not know that. Gates gets called on this. Successful play, gets 10 yards taken off of it. See what we got up front. You might see some bad blocks on this, but it's literally designed to have some bad blocks because it's a screenplay. So, and that's my question. I wonder. I felt like tweeting it out, but I didn't, because at the end of the day, Andrew Thomas played bad anyway. So, like, how much of a difference does it make? Excuse me. But I wonder if Pro Football Focus counts screenplays as pressures, because I think they do. Because the difference between them and Pro Football Reference is pretty big. All right, what we got here? Got motion, sprint out. Okay, let's see this one. So you got an out route. This is a sprint out. You probably would want Jones to throw this now. Trust that your guy's going to make this. Trust your guy's going to make a good cut on this. Now, he collapses on it, so maybe it ends up a bad throw. And he ends up, like, throwing it to the sideline to where it's like one of those only your guy can get it kind of plays. But it's here. I don't know. I feel like you kind of got to trust your guys. I get that this DB can collapse on this, but at the end of the day, the design is to throw it here. And I feel like maybe he was waiting for this to come back underneath, seeing if this doesn't come down with Slayton. So that part of me thinks that. So, but Monday morning quarterback probably should have went here. Let's watch the blocking on it. It was a sprint out. I love the motion. I do actually like that. Again, threw it out of bounds, basically. Oh, that was the roughing the passer. So we got a first down. All right, we had the fullback out. Shift him back in. It's a run play. Power O. Fullback has the kick out. Hernandez is the lead blocker. Everyone doing a good job down there. But, all right. So, let's just, basically, he does his job. Bam, bam. All these guys do their job. So, let's look at it. Radley is supposed to slam down on 48 at this point. Penny is supposed to kick this guy out. So he's already done a bad job. And I don't know who, if this is a mute. Yeah, Penny, you got to kick this guy out. You got to kick this guy out. You can't let him come out here. I don't know what he's doing here. So now let's watch Hernandez. I mean, you see that Ratley has 48, Hernandez. I know you have your eyes on him, but you got to see that and see that Jalen Smith is right there. And he seems hell-bent on going after 48. Pair that with Penny doing a bad job. Kick out. The Giants need a true fullback. I don't think Elijah Penny is a good fullback. I don't. And I don't think Caden Smith is a good fullback. I said in the offseason, I want the Giants to go out and get a real fullback, not a converted tailback, not a good blocking tight end. Please go get me a fullback. It helps. The best teams in the NFL have real fullbacks. It's a big part of the San Francisco 49ers. People laughed at them when they signed Kyle Juszczyk, but it totally improves their offense. So is this – no, this would be second down. Okay, so we were just trashing Hernandez. This is a simple lead pull. It's not really power O since you don't have a fullback. But Fleming has backside. Hernandez has here. Good job. Fleming doesn't do the greatest job on there, but I'm not going to beat him up on that for scraping on top of a safety. And look at even Evan Ingram here. Look at Evan Ingram here. I mean, that's what you want. That's what you want out of that play, out of Evan Ingram. You want him coming up here. Good job. Now let's watch Fleming in full speed. I'm not going to be mad at Fleming because the reason that guy's taking that angle is because we have a 10-yard gain. So that's all about context here, baby. All right, Matt Pearson, jumbo set, jumbo. Flea flicker. Oh, good job, Daniel Jones. So we won't even watch the O-line view of this, but essentially Thomas gets beat. So with Thomas getting beat, it leads her. Thomas makes Hernandez get beat. Jones scrambles out and finds a guy on the sideline. 28 air yards right there, boys and girls. So that was frustrating me yesterday is when it's like Herbert made that throw. Like Jones could never make that throw. It's like, why do we have to do this? It's like we literally saw this yesterday. It's the exact same distance of a throw. It's like, why can't we just watch football and not do this every time? Let's watch it from the back view. Thomas jump sets, and again, they're beating him inside. Mark Colombo talked about Andrew Thomas today. He said he's oversetting, and teams are attacking it. And he said until they fix that, they're gonna game plan against that. And he's right. Week 1, they saw him do it against Pittsburgh, and he dominated. They got a game on film of him in the NFL, and they said this is what he does, and it needs to be worked on. Got a little play action. Okay, let's talk about this. This is something from Pat Shurmur's offense. I wish we would do more stuff from like this. So, nonetheless, so let's watch this play. And this is where people say to me, like, oh, well, we don't have the time to block to go deep. Going deep doesn't always mean going deep. I went through all the routes, we'll see, where they had 2 wide receivers run 15-plus yards at, like, their routes. Jones was 8 for 12. There's 1 drop, 111 yards, like, really good on third down. And so, anyways, watch this play. This is what I was talking about yesterday, my Pat Shurmur breakdown. So, we got play action. We got both these guys crossing the field. And you got Caden coming up here. So, they are bringing their corners with them. The safety, he has to cover these 2. He's got to cover these 2. And 27 is saying, I got to help out there too. So, good job on the Dallas Cowboys defensive corners and safeties. Good job. They get good coverage on them. If this safety wasn't over the top, Jones has this. And then Caden Smith is right here. So, look at what Jalen Smith has. He has a decision. Do I cover? Maybe my responsibilities are the flats, but Caden Smith is going deep. So Jalen Smith, because he's a good football player, a very smart player, covers Caden Smith. And what does that do? Now Jones even gets hit on this play. It leaves old check down, wide ass open. That's when I say it's not all or nothing. This is the stuff that Pat Shurmur was in every single play for Shurmur. Now, last year, my biggest concern with Jones was that he would stare this down, and then he would take sacks or he would force it. He didn't come down to the check down nearly enough. We don't want him to be a check down king, but he didn't come down to the check down nearly enough. But look, it seems like he's progressed in that because guess what? He finds it. And it's a big game. It's a big game. This is the kind of stuff that Jones did in well. And you don't have to do this on an under center, play action, rollout kind of stuff. You could do this in basic passing plays. This isn't rocket science. This isn't too hard to design. This isn't, we're not giving him enough time. He's had the second highest snap to throw time in the NFL last week. Granted, that's because he was scrambling a lot. But nonetheless, That kind of stuff makes plays happen. It makes plays happen. This is the Ingram reverse. Notice Shane Lemieux's in there. I mean, this play could have been screwed. Good job on Ingram. If you listen to Ingram talk to the press with the press yesterday, he seems depressed, man. I actually kind of had a felt bad for him a little bit. Like I said, Shane Lemieux's in, so all these linebackers flow. Good job on Ingram getting out, like beating this guy. Good job on Evan Ingram on that. Evan Ingram said he's like, yeah, the difference is we're running a bunch of curl routes, and like you could tell he realizes they're not using him to his strengths. And I have been disappointed in Evan Ingram. He's had bad stuff, but they're using him like Jason Witten instead of using. I saw someone tweeted out today. They're using Evan Ingram like Jason Witten when they should be using him like Jordan Reed. Now watch the big boys celebrate. Andrew Thomas actually played really well on this play. He showed off his athleticism. Is that Shane Lemieux's in? All right, let's talk with the chat for a second. Since it was a scoring play, next one we'll do two drives. All right. Let's see what we got here. Bobby, my mic is a bit off. What the hell? Hold on. Audio. Sorry, man. I hope it's been better. Odell Beckham Jr. Wow, big fan of you. I was a big fan of yours, man. You let me down a couple times, but I like that you're in the chat. Sabrina says hi, Bobby. Hi, Sabrina. Let's do it. All right. Richard Rawson says, what do you think is the biggest need next year's? Wide receiver. I do. Colt Tate will be gone. Shepard, we can't rely on him, and I don't think Slayton is a true number one. He's a good receiver. He'll have days where he looks like a number one, but I think wide receiver is probably the biggest. Like we need to fill that, or cornerback too. You know, Ryan Lewis has looked pretty good. Everyone wants to fire Gettleman. What happens if they do? The Giants just promote Abrams. Would that just not be more of the same? I don't think they're going to do that. Think about John Mara's era, and they're like, because he does run it like a family business at times. But I just do not think that they will sell Abrams to the fan base. I don't think they will. I don't hate Mara as much as other people. Huge no calling in zone. Golden State got tamed in before the ball was halfway there. Yeah, sorry. Sometimes, if you guys are talking about certain plays, I can't remember what you're talking about. Giants Opinion Sports, you're a huge supporter, dude. I love you, Bobby. If I could afford the $100, I'd be doing what you're doing. I've been calling for Garrett to change his play calling since week 2. Yeah, man. Yeah, I agree. It's crazy how they barely help the tackle. Yeah, never do, but I'm also kind of chip blocks, but I also don't want my running backs and tight ends staying in all the time either. You know what I'm saying? But I get what you're saying. Do you think Austin Mack is the next Victor Cruz? Absolutely. There's no doubt. We got a lot of Victor Cruz comments in here. They need to run to the left more. It also seemed after the one half they just kept pounding the middle. Yeah, they do need to keep running to the left, and it's been more successful to the left. I don't have numbers to back that up, but I'm just playing that by feel. Herbert is a perfect example of why drafting a QB doesn't mean immediate success. He threw 4 touchdowns and they still lost. Yeah, and he had a couple bad throws on that overtime drive. He threw a backbreaking interception at the end of the game versus the Chiefs. They were driving to go win the game versus the Bucs, and he threw a horrible interception. So I like Herbert, but because I am very involved with our audience, sometimes I'll be honest, you guys ruin watching football for me because I can't watch Justin Herbert and enjoy it because then it just turns into comparing, and I get frustrated easily. But Herbert looked good, but like you said, they just haven't been able to finish. DJ had four touchdown games last year. People forget. Bobby, stop telling the bots you love them. I saw that banana emoji. I love talking to the bots. It's my favorite. Jason Garrett is horrible. I'm a very patient person, but I can't deal with Jason Garrett anymore. I can't deal. I think Fleming isn't that bad, but we need to play Parrott to know what we have. If he's bad, we can target. So we can do that. We don't have to do that right away. We don't have to do that right away. All right, so this is only going to – these next two, I'm just going to put them on the screen. That's going to be funny to me and only the person. Throw Collins. And look, we got David A. Gettleman. Robert, how you doing? How are you doing? How are you doing, Dave Gettleman? Everyone's – tell Dave what you think of him. And we'll watch the film. Let's watch the film, people. Let's watch the film. All right. Drive number 2. Number 2. Giants got to pick 6. All right. For 4 minutes and 1 second left to go in the game. Let me full screen this bit. All right. Run play. Got a shift of Ingram and Tate. All right, move it along. Getting as many double teams as possible. Working to them. So this is duo. I know I explain this every week, but you're playing the Mike linebacker. The running back is reading the Mike linebacker. And basically, it's this. You're doing as many double teams as you possibly can. So you got double teams here, double teams here. I don't know why we bring all these assholes in. They're not good blockers. So they're double here, double here. The Mike linebacker. So they probably ID'd him as a Mike linebacker. But with all these guys over here, he is the Mike linebacker. Even though he's not a linebacker, he's Mike, which means middle. So basically, you're reading off of these guys. So they probably ID'd 54 as the Mike, like I said. Actually, we can figure out who the Mike linebacker is by to see what Gates and Hernandez do. Okay, they don't view 54 as the Mike linebacker. So basically, it's if the Mike linebacker fills, like immediately fills the open gap, he bounces. If he doesn't, you're supposed to just slam that hole and get 4 yards. Freeman does both. Freeman bounces, but you want him bouncing earlier. You kind of just want him hitting the hole. Like I said, these assholes out here can't block. They're wide receivers. They're not meant to block. 2nd down and 9. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go, Joe. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go, Joe. Here we go. So this is a quick completion. Here's what I mean about like when it's like the idea of going through progressions. Everybody's breaking at the same time. What progression like? And teams are playing man coverage on it, so it's not like you're reading off of the way a safety or a linebacker plays. So like, there's not progressions. You know what I'm saying? If I like, all right, I'm gonna unshare my screen for just a second. Here's the way I look at it. Can you guys see me? All right, I'm going to use the hairbrush as a football. I'm going to use the hairbrush as a football. So when you have, let's say you have a corner, an out route, and a flat. 3 routes to the same side, and then you have a check down on the other side. So your progression is you look at the corner, the safety goes deep, you look at the out. Basically, you're going here. You're letting the defense give your progressions. If everything's covered like crazy, you look at your check down. With what Garrett is doing is we are running stick, out, slant, slant. So everything's breaking at the same time. And when they're playing man coverage against that, here's your snap. Bat, bat. Everyone breaks. So you're looking at your first progression. But the problem is it's basically all or nothing. So if this guy's not open, and that's what's led to a couple interceptions this year, is Jones is forcing it in, it's being accepted. Because of your progression, you go, quote unquote, go through your progression. Well, you just got 2 guys that are covered on a slant on the backside, and they're tightly. And the teams are playing us with tight man coverage. So that's the frustrating thing about Garrett, is that the routes do not work off of each other. And like I said, how Jones is 8 for 12. yesterday or on Sunday when the route they had 2 or more 15-plus routes. Even on those plays, a lot of them were like literally like 16-yard curls. So the routes are not working off of each other. They're all individual routes. And we don't have wide receivers good enough to do that. Jason Garrett is coaching like he has Jason Witt tight end, like he has Des Bryant or Amari Cooper at wide receiver, like he's got an all-pro offensive line in front of him, and he doesn't. And he freaking doesn't. That is my issue with Garrett. With some other things, we'll talk about it actually on tomorrow's podcast a little more. But nonetheless, all right, let's watch. Let's get back to the film. Sorry, I just had to share that, and I just wanted to break that down because we're going to be going through that a bunch of more times. And I didn't want to like break it down each time. But nonetheless, the first read is there. Jones hits him. Let's see if we got anything we got to talk about on the O-line here. Fleming got beat. Watch the O-line report. I literally went through every bad play. 3rd and 1. I think this was the handoff to Penny, right? Motion. Yep. I kind of hate fullback dives. But if you're going to do it, at least give some trickery to pull a linebacker out. I really don't like fullback dives. I think they're the dumbest thing in football. You literally just get rid of a blocker and ball a worse carrier with less time to read a hole. Like, I hate it. Unless you have Mike Allstott, just get fullback dives out of your playbook. I hate them so much. I do. And they work a good amount of the time because you're literally just trying to get 1 yard. But oh my gosh, I hate them so much. It's like one of my football bugaboos. Play action. Got some deep stuff. Again, this ended up being a drop. But it's like the check down's there. You look at it. Like I said, these routes aren't even working with each other. You know what I'm saying? Like that one I broke down earlier in the game, the stuff's working. It's just 2 deep posts. So it's like, okay, they can double cover both. And we're doing so maybe Jones can throw this here now. I don't know. What do you guys let me know. What do you think? Should he fit that in there? Maybe he should. Maybe he should. Let's pause it. Let's pause it right before his break. I guess if he steps up, man, that might be a throw he needs to make. I get that safety is looking right at him and might be able to jump that. I don't know. That might be a throw where people are like, if he needs to make that throw. We've seen him make similar throws, but maybe that's one he needs to make. Freeman drops it. I get that it was high, but it hit your hands, dude. Catch it. All right, second down. Got Ratley in motion. All right, hand the ball off again. The Zeitler kick out. Zeitler's going to kick the guy out. Caden Smith is going to lead block. Good job. Thomas Hernandez Gates. Good job, fellas. Ratley. Let's see what Ratley was trying to do. That's why you shouldn't have wide receivers blocking linebackers. Caden falls when he blocks. It's kind of annoying. But he's also not a fullback, so let's watch Hernandez in this one at full speed. Gets scraped over a little bit. Gets scraped over. 3rd down. Looks like a favorable run front. They bring Evan Ingram back in. Get 2 yards. Good job on Thomas with that one. 2 yards, you take it. You get the first down. That's the design. This is a screenplay. Pretty well designed. Wasn't even really blocked all that great. It's kind of similar to what they did with Tate last week, except for they're throwing it. Like I said, the blocking's not great, but screenplays, sometimes they're great. They really are like a all or nothing play, you know? Like, that's why it's like when, like, an individual fan base, like, we suck at running screens. It's like, no, kind of everyone does. But the issue is that when you see other screenplays in the NFL, it's all highlights. You know? You don't remember the other team's bad screenplays. where it's like, oh, the Giants just can't run screenplays. It's like most teams can't. Most teams don't. They run 3 or 4, hoping that one goes big. That's one of those things where it's like you become a victim of being so wrapped up in your own team. Look at me. Again, same play. Have Ratley blocking. Caden Smith is not a fullback. Everybody else does a good job. Caden Smith is not a fullback. He is not a fullback. I guess we're working with what we got, But I would love for the Giants to go out and get a real fullback. Sorry if you hear me drinking my coffee. I know that's rude, but like I said, I was tired, man. I've been working like crazy. Same play to the other side. What gets blown up here? I can't remember. Oh, whoever's blocking DeMarcus Lawrence. Oh, yeah. Cam Fleming gets totally swam on this play. Watch. Blows the play up. Blows the play up. All right, 2nd and 10. Again, look at this. This is what I was talking about with the progression stuff. Everybody breaks at the same time. And nobody, And I had someone screenshot to me. It's like, look, he should have thrown here. It's like, are we for real? Like, if this is his progression, to look to like, how are they supposed to just know? Like, all 4 of these guys, I don't know. He does come back to it, but like I said, he goes through his progression, and he tries to force a ball in instead of taking a sack. So, and it gets completed. So it's he puts it in there. So it's 3rd and 7 instead of 3rd and 14 from taking a sack. But it's like, we want him taking chances, but why? Like, the chances in this offense. One of my favorite followers, I can't remember who it was. Was it Paul? His Twitter name might be Paul Rudd. Obviously, that's probably not the real Paul Rudd. But I thought he said it perfectly. That Jason Garrett has ran the very rare, high-risk, low-reward offense. Like, it's risky, and the rewards are low. It's unreal. It's maddening. It really is maddening. And what sucks is the defensive coordinator, we'll go through it tomorrow. I think Patrick Graham's a genius. I do. He might be – I like Gilbride more than other people. People hated his offense. I thought it was made perfectly for the playoffs. So, it's early. But Patrick Graham, I love him as a coordinator. I think he's brilliant. I think some guys can only be coordinators and head coaches. Graham is brilliant to me. I have a hot take telling about the defense on the podcast tonight. We record that live on Patreon. Oh, we got to talk about this one. So let's slow this down. This is the one where they blitz. It's where they blitz. They blitz everyone on the right side. 3rd down. Jones throws here. I get that he's getting pressured. And, when you look at a TV in slow motion, what you see is when the ball comes out, that look at Slayton wide open. But I agree with people on this one. It's 3rd down. Trust your guy Slayton could get on a slant. Put it out, a little ahead of him. Know that if they're blitzing that guy, that the help's not there in the middle. So Jones, that's one of those plays you want back. Like I said, they do a 4-on-3 blitz here. And we end up kicking a field goal. Was this the fake field goal part? I don't know. Look at Casey Kreider. I didn't notice that. So I don't watch the special team snaps, so watch Casey Kreider. That's kind of funny. Can you guys see my mouse? All right, 2nd quarter. Let's go through one more drive, and then I'll talk to the chat. I can't answer every chat question going forward, by the way, because I spend too much time on it. Because we're not even done with the first half, and we're 35 minutes in. But anyways, let's go. We got 2 more drives for the second half. All right, or the first half. We're gonna finish the first half, and then we'll talk with the chat. I'm assuming this is a run play. It is. Who screws this up? Who screws this up, damn it? Our tight end. Here we go. Caden Smith. He's really not a great blocker. He improved as the season went along last year. Like the Green Bay game last year, I was super impressed with his blocking. I did a couple breakdowns on it. But everyone else blocks this play awesome. Except for old Caden. Ends up being, I don't know. I guess we'll see in a second. Ends up being a 1 yard gain, which should have been a 5+ yard gain. So we got 2nd and 9. Showing blitz, but they're probably faking it. One guy comes. Jones just kind of throws it in the dirt on this one. Is this holding, by the way, right here on this slot receiver? I don't know. All right, next play. Next play. I wonder if you guys can see my mouse. I hope so, because it's kind of important for what I'm trying to do. But I guess if it says show screen, the mouse should show up too. You know what I'm saying? Oh, this was nice. This was the 3rd down. And like I said, here we go. This is the deep concept. So let's play the routes out. And you have a go, a corner, or an out route underneath. And you have this guy coming on the backside to occupy. And look you scheme guys wide ass open. Wide ass open. So look at Jones on this play though. Jones has to float. He has to float because he's got pressure. The offensive line isn't great. He's got to float on this one. He can't step up right now, or he could step up right now, but the routes haven't broken. So Thomas is getting beat right here in front of his feet, a mess at his feet, off of his back foot, and finds a wide open guy for a 1st down. Those are the kind of things. So Garrett did do more of this stuff, but there's too much of the bad for me to be like, okay, there's some good here, you know. There's too much of the bad from Garrett, and honestly, it just our friend Dan Schneier, who does stuff for CBS Sports, does a Giants podcast. I feel like he said it best because at the end of the day, this was 3rd down. Like, why don't we see this stuff more on 1st down? And he said, I said the best that Jason Garrett's offense is designed to get 10 yards every 3 plays. So we see our touchdown drives, these long 15-play drives, but that's not how footballs work. That's why Daniel Jones has 2 touchdowns in 5 games compared to 2 touchdowns every game that he had in his rookie season. Oh, my God. This is the strip sack. Andrew Thomas. What the hell, dude? What the hell, man? Just a piss poor punch, dude. Gets our QB blown up. He fumbles. And now what's going through your head is I just gave up a touchdown. That sucks. That sucks. All right. We got one more drive before we close this first half off. Yeah, one more drive. So like 5 plays, and then we'll talk to the chat. This looks like the kick out with Caden Smith as the lead blocker. Yep, it is. We ran this a lot. Who screwed up on this one? Was it Fleming? Yeah, Fleming screwed this up. He gets beat by Jalen Smith. It's a tight hole for Caden to come into. Actually, no, was it Zeitler? Actually, I think it was Zeitler. Let's watch Zeitler. I think he's the one who ends up getting blown up on this play. You know what? That's more on the running back. Stop dancing back here. Hit a hole. Not every play is going to be blocked perfectly. I'm blaming that one on the running back. How about that? 3 yards, though, so it's not the worst thing in the world. We got 5 wide. Like I said, what is the progression here? Everybody's breaking at the same time. You have flat slant, and that's not where his read is anyways. So it's man coverage. There's only one read. The read is basically that Evan Ingram's supposed to win this. And he doesn't. It's frustrating. Like I said, there's too much of the bad. And like I said, what's the reward on that play is not high. But the risk is. So what's the point of that play? Especially when you're trying to get down and score points before the half. Here we go. Here's an example. Now, this isn't even I don't even really like this play, but I like it better than the other stuff. So you just have two go balls. What does that do? It occupies their corners, occupies these safeties. The running back, it occupies this linebacker or this guy. So now you have Slate or Tate wide open on a shallow route. You can do that with Ingram. You can do that with anybody. Yak. There we go. Like I said, that's what people are like, oh, he doesn't have the time to throw these, or it's a long offseason, it's too complex. It's like, it's not. This is easy stuff, honestly. This is easier than the stuff we're running. It's a very easy read. You read the safeties. If they both play deep with the wide receiver, then you come back underneath. It's an easy read. This isn't like I said, when I talk about Patrick Graham, it's not complex. The idea that going deep is some crazy thing. And also, going deep doesn't even mean going deep, because going deep opens up the underneath stuff. Like I said, that is that right there was a chunk play that was thrown 3 yards past the line of scrimmage, or 5 yards or whatever. But it's a chunk play. It's a chunk play because we had some deep concepts mixed in there. Hernandez pulls. Who gets beat on this play? They put an extra guy in the box. So that's kind of scheme right there. Look at all these dummies from Texas. I'm just kidding. I'm not judging them. I'm just joking. I'm just joking. Play action. This is an RPO. This is just a simple read. If Jalen Smith plays in, he pulls it, throws. Simple RPO. Simple stuff. Easy football, easy plays. Ends up being what? Let's see. We're at the 49. Where does this ball end up at? 17-yard play right there. How about that? Don't we like those plays? Oh, I like those plays. 2-minute warning. Same play. Hernandez pulls. Caden is coming from the backside as a lead blocker. The difference between these other ones is that they're both lead blockers. So this is train instead of power up. Whereas on the other ones, they would have Cam Fleming coming back to 54, and then Hernandez would kick out, and Caden's the lead blocker. The difference is you have Fleming as the kick out block, and you have both of them. Caden Smith is not a fullback. He has 54. He needs to know that when this play starts, he has to say, this is my guy. This is my guy. Number 54 is my guy. I have to get there. And so he's looking at a safety. I mean, it's a successful play at the end of the day, but could have been bigger. 5 yards. 2nd and 5. What do we got here? Just similar play. Hernandez pulling. I love Hernandez pulling. That's when he's at his best. He really is. And as I say that, it's not a great pull. 3rd down. I think this was right before the fake field goal, if I'm not mistaken. All right, let's see these route concepts. Curl, slant. Jones he escapes somehow and throws the ball out, keeps us in field goal range. Let's watch this. Should have been a freaking touchdown. All right, that's halftime. Let's see what's going on with the chat. Sorry, guys. It's hard for me to keep up when I'm doing this. We can't run block. We can give DJ time. Yeah, the run blocking has gotten better. I will say that. We've been running to the left a little more, which I like. Let's see. Penei Sewell and Andrew Thomas, the future. I wouldn't be mad at that. If we don't re-sign Logan Ryan, we should target Desmond King. If he's a free agent, he could play that role well. He's a corner, isn't he? Which I'm not. I mean, we need a corner. Would I rather have Jamar Chase or Penei Sewell? Right now, I would say Chase, but you know that can change. Who would you replace Garrett with, Bobby? Now it could be someone I don't know, but I really like Jay Gruden, and you would assume that the Jaguars head coach Doug Marrone gets fired at the end of this year. It seemed like they just gave another year to buy themselves some time. So Jay Gruden's a guy I like. He liked Jones, and even if Jones isn't the QB, I like what Jay Gruden. I've been trying to find this quote, and if you find this, please send it to me. But it was with Kirk Cousins when he was in Washington, and he wouldn't throw some certain stuffs. And I think he said to a reporter, he's like, if I do this, I'm going to throw 60 interceptions. And Jay Gruden said back, he's like, yeah, but you'll throw 80 touchdowns. Those are my type of coaches. Here we go. I'm surprised that people didn't say that Herbert wasn't it since he blew. Well, he's not on our team, so we can't do that. I like Mike LaFleur. He's the one in San Fran, right? Oh, yeah. It's right in the comment. Yeah, I'm sure that would be good. I think we should draft Trevor Lawrence, keep DJ Jones, give DJ another chance. If he does horrible, then Ben's DJ. That's not happening. I like the outside the box thinking, but that's not going to happen. I don't think the O-line is that bad. I think it's inexperienced and the god-awful scheme. Get a new good OC and give it a year and maybe get a new right tackle. And I think this O-line is good to go. Yeah, I don't hate the O-line either. I like 4 of the 5 guys on there. Fleming's not the guy I like. But I will say I love Thomas. He's been disappointing. Now, the things that he needed to work on, we knew he'd need to work on. So, you know, it's not panic time. But it does stink that he hasn't put together a full game since Pittsburgh. I don't know. You would eventually, but I don't know. Everyone pro route. Yeah, they're horrible. Evan Ingram. Go watch it. Evan Ingram's presser. He talks about it. What do we got here? I love how Tay. We'll talk about the defense tomorrow, but there's a couple plays where I didn't like about Tay, but overall, I think we got a guy there. At least a solid player. Oh, Duchess. Come on, Duchess. Give him without talent. So I'll take, because the thing that made Peyton Manning great was his brain. So I'll go with that. I'll go with that, Duchess. You meant that as an insult. I take it as a compliment. Giants fans got every excuse for that. Duchess, you probably think trying to get me to not like you. It's the opposite. People say Jones should take chances and not play. But I see, that's where I want him to take chances, and if he makes mistakes, I can live with it. What I hate in this offense is that everything's short, so the chances aren't even high risk. I like high risk chances, so yeah. Sorry, I'm like 15 minutes behind on these comments. Because you're a Cowboys fan, Duchess? Well, that makes sense. Oh, we had a. Oh, thank you, Duchess. Thank you. DJ clean pocket, 2 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, 69%. Nice, 3rd worst in the league. 69%. Where are you getting the stat from? I'm actually interested to see where you got that stat from. Let's talk about it. All right, guys. There is Sabrina. Seems like you're a hit in the chat. Be hitting people with these facts. You think that comes from the slump, or we should look for another guy? I do, and I also think the slump isn't. The slump is a slump because we expect excellence out of Zeitler, and we should expect excellence, but he hasn't been like a liability. I wish Garrett knew how to use Ingram. Yeah, tell me about it. All right, Lucy. Midnight Meetings from Germany. You guys would be surprised how many international Giants fans they are. Honestly, we've been doing this for some time. They are our earliest supporters and our most loyal to this day. When we first started doing like voicemail mailbag episodes and we'd get 5 questions or whatever, 3 of them would one from be from Spain, one from Germany, one from England. Like the international fans are. OC said something about it today, and it's true. The international fan base is growing, and I love it. I spend a lot of my church is almost all Hispanic people, and our services are in English and Spanish. So I like to speak Spanish. I don't know why I said that. See, Germany here too. Yeah. Zonas Gigantes. Go check them out. They do they do their podcast in Spanish. I love those guys. I love supporting those guys. They're awesome. All right, let's hit the second half though. Here we go. All right, it's 6:22. All right, we're gonna have to go kind of quick through this stuff, guys. Do you guys want to? All right, let me ask this to the chat. Do you guys want to go only through the pass plays? Because the run stuff is kind of boring, Do you guys want to go only through the pass plays? Because we have to record a podcast in like 45 minutes, and I need to do some prep. I submit voicemails for the mailbag on the pod. Okay, so we're getting ready to do it at 11. Like you need to do it in the next 30 minutes. I'll put the phone number in the chat. You guys are gonna prank this. I know it. I know you guys are gonna just start leaving prank calls, but I don't care. And I know you guys are looking at my screen right now. It's because it's all messed up. 0862. That is the number for the voice. You guys better not prank it. All right, we're gonna do all the plays. You know what? Because that's what's out. And if I had to push my voice episode, we'll do it. Horses for everyone. All right, let's do it. We're going through every play. Suck it. Podcast listeners, you have to struggle. All right, so we got, I don't know, 20, another 30 plays to go through. Jones, play action, deep shot, max protection, Mrs. Slayton. Bad. Not good. Good. Wish there were underneath stuff in this and not just max protection, so he's not throwing it into a double, into 2 guys. But put that ball to 30 right here. And that might be a chunk play. What do we got here? Handoff. Zeitler lead blocking. So we're going to go through this kind of quickly. Evan Ingram does a bad job blocking. Because he's not, that's not who he is, Third down, convert this one. Jones gets outside the pocket. Finds Slayton. Finds Slayton underneath. Like I said, deep concepts. They're working with each other, and it leaves stuff open underneath. Because look, it pulls. Look what it does. Look what it does, guys. I want to show you this. Watch what it does with number 23. Who his coverage is supposed to be right here, but he says, "Oh my gosh, oh my gosh!" Even though they have the center of the top, confuse things, and it leaves old Slayton wide open for a first down. First down, New York Giants. Right out there, do. Fliddle diddle dee, fliddle diddle doo. And all the children are gone. One play. Let's see. That looks just like it's just a man run, body on a body, running into back people. 4-yard gain. And at the end of the day, 4 yards is a positive. Fliddle-diddle-dee, fliddle-doo. Again, we pull a guard. Caden, does he block on this one? Let's watch Caden on this. Yes? Who doesn't block 54? Oh, this was one I had. Was it on Gates? Hold on. Okay, so technically, he is a backside linebacker. But because he comes up and plays here, I think Gates needs to pick this up. and ends up blowing the play up. I'm pretty sure, I'm not 100%, but I'm pretty sure that one's on Gates. All right, you got third down. I mean, maybe you want him going deep here. Ball's kind of out by then. You're expecting Tate to win that and not stumble. I don't know. Nonetheless, we don't freaking convert. Don't freaking convert. We'll say that one was Jones's fault. I guess that wasn't third down. Play action bootleg. Again, even though this is a bootleg, this is kind of a form of Spider 2Y banana. You have him coming across, Ingram in the flats, and then this guy occupying deep. So making sure there's no one in the flats. Nice ball for him. 16-yard gain. 16-yard gain. How about that? It's just, like I said, it's not complex. It ain't complex. It ain't rocket science. It's not rocket appliances, as Ricky would say. Screenplay gets blown up. Look, we talked about screenplays earlier, guys. We talked about screenplays earlier. What is it? Like? This is just so random. You know, this guy got hurt. He was actually the guy that was ripping people's ankles last week. Think about that. Think about that. You rip a guy's ankle. Can't believe Duchess was in here giving me money to talk trash. I mean, this was not offensive pass interference. It's outside leverage in. This is the price you pay when you want to play tight coverage. When you want to play tight, this is the price you pay as a defense. This is the price you pay for playing tight coverage. And we get a freaking touchdown taken off the board. That's garbage, man. I'm not a guy that blames the refs, but that's a garbage-ass call. It's a garbage-ass call, and it screws us. It screwed us. 3rd and 16. None of the routes were past the markers except for one. Jones gets lit up on this one. Good job getting the ball out of bounds, keeping us in field goal range. All right, let's hit the next drive. Jeez, didn't get the ball back for her. And so we got 1, 2, 3, 4 plays on this drive. And then it's the fourth quarter. Play action. Jones gets outside the pocket. Dude, so this is a funny story. There was this guy on Twitter. It's like Jones is late to his reads, you know. Someone's like, all right, well, show me a play. And he said this play. And he screenshotted it. And he's like, look, he says it leads to an incompletion. He's like, Jones should have thrown it here. Because he's late, it leads to an incompletion. Dude thought I didn't watch the film. Because it's a drop. It's a drop. He did. Dude thought he was being slick. He said leads to an incompletion. You mean it leads to a drop, dude? Homeboy said leads to incompletion. Had me rolling. 2nd and 10. They called Gates for holding. I don't like that call. I don't like it. I'll be honest. It's like, yeah, if we get ticky-tacky, but watch. It'd be one thing if he ripped him back. He redirects. He's not holding him. He's pushing him. Buries his ass, honestly. I feel like that's good football. I feel like if you call that, then we call hold on every call play. You know what I'm saying? That's a football cliche that announcers say. But damn, man. It was more the defender selling it. He's a little B-boy. So now I got 2nd and 20. Jones off his back foot to Tate here. Gets it in there. Oh, we got 3rd and 13 now. Yep. This is the one where they're like, he needs to run. It's like he's trying to get a first down. He doesn't want to run and get 6 yards. He wants to get a first down. He's trying to throw. I mean, let's see. He's tackled there. Let's see where he's not tackled. Let's see like the last part where it's like, where's everybody? So this is right. So basically, it's like if you don't throw it here, you can't throw it. Trying to get a 3rd. Let's see how this guy comes off his break. Borderline holding. At this point, he's tackled. So 3rd down. All right. Now we hit the 4th quarter. Oh, did we get the ball back quickly? First down was that play that got blown up in the backfield. We don't need to watch that. Look, it's all. Look at like, it just doesn't make sense to do this. I get that they're playing off coverage. But everybody breaks at the same time. So there's no progression. Now Jones gets the ball out, and it's a catch. So I guess it's a good play, but if we just do that way too often. And Ingram was even kind of complaining about it. Well, not really complaining about it, but you could tell he doesn't like it. 3rd down. Here we go. This is the stuff we need to put back in Jones's mind that was in there in 2019. That, listen, you got a guy who's got a 40-inch vertical here and a 4.39 40. Sorry, right here. Just put it up. Put it up for homie. And that's what he does. Puts the ball perfectly on Slayton. And we get a chunk play. And that's where the people where it's like, well, should Jones audible? You can't really audible, but be like, you know what? I'm not throwing it to the slant or the stick route. I'm throwing the go ball. If I have one-on-one coverage, I'm throwing the go ball. Like I said, they ran this run play like 20 times. It'd be interesting to see how Washington game plans for it. And that might set up for some just basic zone runs, you know? We got another run play. Tyler pulls, blocked really well up front. Good job, boys. First down. Good job blocking. Tight ends get blown up. Bad job blocking. 2nd and 9, I believe. This is a screenplay. Yes, it is. Gallman gets the most out of it that he can. Oh, this crap. See, this was to Slayton, was it? Oh, no. See, so, like I said, everything is breaking in the same area. That's so easy to cover. So it's like, do we want at on 3rd down in the red zone, do we want him doing the play that has been intercepted, you know? Like forcing that ball in? Where Slayton is literally running into the route? I don't know. It's tape. But it's easy. It's these routes aren't working together. In fact, they're working against each other. Everyone's in the same area. So Jones isn't going to throw that, so he scrambles. I mean, what are we doing, man? 4th down, we kick a field goal. We're in the 4th quarter now. Dalton fumbles. This is a sweep to Evan Ingram, I believe. Yep. Hands it off. Leave that guy unblocked the way you're supposed. Good job, Caden. Good gain. Look at this. Look at this. Here, let's see. Let's show you something here. Come on, move out of the way, Bar. Watch the bottom right of the screen. Come on. Look at this Giants fan, but down here. My guy. I love it. Probably pissing all them people from Dallas off. 2nd and 4. Run the ball. Gets blown up by who? Let's see who this gets blown up by. I know this one was in the O-line report. Hernandez gets swam, which catches Thomas up. And then this is where it gets screwed up. So Caden is doing the lead block thing. So someone gets blown up. I think Fleming gets blown up on this play. Yep, Fleming gets blown up. I don't know what the hell's going on here. That screws up the lead blocker. 3rd and 6. I don't like this route combination. Nonetheless, Slayton sits on it. Jones puts it in, 1st down. But again, look, like there's what's it's all the same stuff, man. I don't like that, you know. 1st down, got the pistol. It's the first time we ran pistol all year, I think, right? Like I said, I mean, where are we supposed to throw the ball here in the red zone? It's just easily covered everywhere. Everywhere. So Jones throws it away. And then 2nd and 4. This is the touchdown run. Watch Gates push his guy in, though. That's what I like about Gates. I'm going to push my guy in. How about that? Look at Jones on the bottom getting a little excited. Let him get a little excited. I like it. And now let's watch some fat people celebrate. So, you know how Parrott was playing some jumbo tackle, tight end? So they bring Parrott in. So they have 6 guys who are eligible to be offensive linemen. So that means 5 guys that aren't allowed to go out for passes. They report Andrew Thomas reports to the referee that he's eligible, and this is what they're doing all game. So they didn't think about it. Andrew Thomas pretends he's blocking, goes out, bobbles it. But my favorite part, fat people celebrating is the best thing ever. You know how happy they are right now. The Giants take the lead. But don't worry, they would not hold on to it. All right. 6:40. All right, we got. Okay, so the last drive. The last drive is literally the last drive. I did an individual breakdown that on our YouTube channel. So, one, for time reasons, I'm going to say go watch that because then I spent some more time on that. And that helps me get more views on it. So how about that? Shameless. All right, let's got 6 more minutes. We'll go to 6:45. Let's answer some questions. Let's see, where did we stopped off at like 6:21, I believe. Yep, where I left the phone number. You guys better not be prank calling. All right. Make it full screen. I thought about that, but I also kind of want to keep my face in it as well too because it's just so beautiful. Stop it! This is an daddy dog. This isn't an overreaction. I get what you're saying, but it's an overreaction. Has Gates really been our best line? Yeah, kind of has been, honestly. He really has been, which is crazy. I say this to everybody. Literally PF grades. The people who like if you want to see an article about how their grading system works and who does it, DM me on Twitter. I'll send it to you. It's funny because it's literally people who are learning how to like watch football on the job, and it's not easy. New York Giants sports media. This is how you cover teams instead of clickbait articles and trash radio. I appreciate you. We gotta go OT, wide receiver, and OC. I'm fine. Gates, maybe we do get a center, which is a conversation. Like we could get a center. Gates got to be playing somewhere though. So he has to be playing if we move on from Zeitler. Hell, Gates was good at right tackle. So maybe if I don't know, but Gates has to be starting somewhere. Basically, is what I have to say. Jamie, we talked about this earlier in the show. It's this is an idea of you only watch your team, so which means the only screenplays you see of other teams are highlights, and the bad ones you don't remember because it's not your team. Joe and Evan are pretty good on the Giants, and friends of John Boy Media. So, I mean, I don't listen to New York radio anyway, so I they might suck, but they are friends, so I'll say that they are good. I feel like the stunts aren't something. I feel like the stunts are something they're actually good at. I feel like they kind of give too much penetration. That's just terrible. We're talking about individual plays. Sorry, guys. Barkley Nobu is good at everything except blocking. Yeah. Here we go. We got 3 more minutes. Room plays Chris. We got to draft onto like what is the trash team supposed to do? Draft good players for the future. Like, I get your sarcasm. I like it. Better beat the Foreskins this weekend. I agree. I hate them. His accuracy has been his expected completion percentage was top 5 in the league last week. How about that? The Rams game was bad. This game was so depressing simply because if you take back. Yep. Unless Jones is absolute dookie, we got to give him one more year with a better roster. And we just got to get rid of Garrett. Got to get rid of Garrett. I don't care. And don't give me he has to learn a new offense. You can learn a new offense. This offense, everyone from Dallas told us about Garrett, and we kind of ignored it. And you know what? They were right. Here we go. Looking for some conversations. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see if we get the number 1 pick. We'll talk about it if we do. Is that all are breaking at the same distance? Why is nobody cutting at the 7? Yeah, that's the thing. It's like it's not even like, it's not like I'm against curl routes, but when you run 4 curl routes at the same time, it's like you can't only one of them matters, And when they're playing man coverage, there's no defense to read. So you're basically just picking a guy, which leads to interceptions, and it has this year. Daddy Dog and people are here just having a whole conversation, just pushing me to the side. I think pass rusher is the first priority if we aren't picking number 1 overall. It depends on who's there. You don't want to force a position. I need to spend more time watching Miami, Gregory Rousseau. I wish he would have played this year. I watched a little bit of his stuff from last season. And what bothers me about him is a lot of his stuff is on the inside, Like, look at the Florida State game. He has 3 sacks in those games. I think all 3 were against guards. So I want to see him be, I'll go watch the other stuff, but it looks like he had some work to do. But there also be someone that I don't know about because I'm not tuned into college football. We have to beat Washington. We have to do it. I like it. I like the quote, Simon. Becoming. See, when you guys say stuff like that, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know. Did any of you guys leave voicemails? Let's see. Let me play a couple. I have it hooked up to my phone, so let's see. Let's see what any of you goons left voicemails. So if we got any in the last 15 minutes. Okay, we got 1 of 6. I think this is a real one. Oh, this is a real question, so it's not funny. You use Garrett as an excuse for Jones being bad. No, I use Garrett as an excuse for being bad. Garrett's he's a bad offensive coordinator. If Jones is bad, he's bad. But whoever's our quarterback, he can't Jason Garrett do those. I'm a patient person too. I'm a patient person. Like I really am. Like Patrick Graham. Like you look at our defense, and there's been a couple weeks where they've given up big points, but I love what I see out of Patrick Graham. I think Patrick Graham's a genius. But everyone that I talked with in football and watching this stuff, and they see Garrett, and it's like, what the hell is this? Like I don't like what is this? No, but yeah, sure, why not? What if we take Justin Fields? I'm actually interested to see what Justin Fields is. He intrigues me more because he is a guy that's moving outside the pocket. He's scrambling a little more. So you guys should let guests on the pod. We do in the off season. In the off season, we do like we interview basically all the reporters. We get a couple, we play like one of the retired players, our friends. We had something really cool, and I won't say with who, but a player from the Giants Super Bowl roster. We were going to go spend the whole day with him, and because of COVID, we weren't able to. So we're going to try and do this. I think we're going to do some fun stuff this offseason with some players. We'll see. Sacrifice a testicle for Garrett to go? Then do it. Don't talk about it. Be about it. All right, I'll see you guys. We're going to record a podcast. Here, actually, let me do this. Bam. We're going to do a podcast. We'll be going live at like 7:30. So live on patreon.com/talkinggiants is $2 a month. You get free stickers, and then you get put in a raffle for a free t-shirt every month. We give away 2 t-shirts a month. We have it's fun, and it's only $2 a month. So if you want to watch our podcast done live, and then we talk with people afterwards, there's a live chat like this. We have a little more fun there. Don't come in trying to cancel me or nothing. Okay, we say some a little bit of off-color stuff. Okay, some stuff that if you said on Twitter, you get in trouble, or I'll tell you jokes that I was thinking about putting on Twitter, but I wouldn't because people will get. So don't come in there looking for trouble. How about that? Or I'll lose it on you. I'll come and find you. One time I called a listener because of some of the things he said about me. I'm nuts. I called him. He tried to play semantics with me. I was like, dude, it's only me and you. It's only me and you. There's no battle to be won. I know you're lying. I'm a nutcase. All right. We'll do a defensive stream tomorrow. The podcast will be out, all that stuff. See you guys. Appreciate you. Let's go Big Blue.